Okay, I think this is it. This is it. Okay. W gifted sub to Zaire. Okay. This is the unofficial. It says inadvertent reveals. Please keep in mind some details are likely lost, not mentioned, or incomplete. It seems artwork from the limited over collection as well as claimed cards have come out of Chinese news circles. Dominus Spark and a new Cool Tune support card. So I've seen the Dominus Spark. We're going to talk about that as well. What appears to be a card related to IP Masquerader or SP Little I, being that all the pictures shown by these events banners are of Altar pairs. We're assuming this is SP Little I, but since Low can are pair sets, we're expecting both of them to get one the way Zeus and Typhon do below. Interesting. Okay. Chibi style artwork. Yeah, look at this. This is like a Chibi Zeus. Interesting. Okay. Secondly, the more controversial set of information is 5 claimed cards that I would describe, but since the effect of these cards are essentially a game of telephone, from what is being claimed by the Korean sources to be Chinese sources, and then us working from Korean to English, please understand specific cannot be confirmed and or have been lost with each baton passed between languages. Okay. This is what we're focusing on right here. This is what we're focusing on. So, as I just said, as I just read, this is roughly what the card is going to do, okay? It's a retrain of Dark Magic Curtain. We don't know the name yet, but essentially, you guys can read here on the screen, essentially what this card is going to do. It's going to allow both players to special summon one Dark Spellcaster from their decks, okay? So this is, if you recall, a callback. It's a reference to Yugi's duel against Arcana, right? I've made the joke before that when Yugi dueled Arcana in the anime, he robbed this man, right? He took everything this man had. He took his Dark Magic Curtain, he took his 1,000 Knives, he took his Magical Dimension, he took his Dark Renewal. He was like, these are all my DM cards now. Exactly, Habuto, exactly. So basically, in that duel, the duel ended because Arcana activates Dark Magic Curtain. And he summons Dark Magician, his second Dark Magician from the deck. And then Yugi pulls some nonsense. He says, what you didn't know. Yo, Habuto, thank you for the gift of sub to Brandon John. Thank you. He says, what you didn't know is that your curtain also works on my deck. You know, Yugi's just making up stuff as he goes.
Not so fast, Arcana.
What's going on? My Dark Magic Curtain is working for you?
Yes, you should read the rules more closely. Its magic summoning power is available to both sides of the dueling field. So that means I can trade half of my life points for a monster too. And just like you did, I'll play another Dark Magician.
As he does. So basically, this is a callback to that. So he summons Dark Magician Girl. Because in the anime, Dark Magic Curtain worked for both players. Okay? So, both players special summon one Dark Spellcaster monster from their decks. But the summoned monster cannot activate its effects. Okay? So, whatever they summon, I was saying this earlier, even if they summon Diabell Star, let's say you're going up against an Azamina deck, even if they summon Diabell Star, it's really not that big a deal, realistically. Okay. And whatever they summon, you could just pop it with Dragoon. It could be additional burn damage, okay? So this next part is the big part. Then if you summoned Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. Now, depending on how the wording changes, I'm assuming the only way this is going to work is if you're summoning Dark Magician. Unless you happen to be playing Bonds Between Teacher and Student and you're actually playing Dark Magician Girl, you cannot summon Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice. One, she won't get her effect to search, which is unfortunate. And two, she does not become Dark Magician Girl when she hits the field. She only becomes Dark Magician Girl when she's summoned by her effect to discard a card. So I really do wish that they made this where like the monster cannot activate its effect unless it mentions Dark Magician in its name or text. Like that would be super OP, we deserve OP cards, but this is still a very OP card. Regardless, I'm just asking for more because I'm a selfish individual, as most Dark Magician players are. Anyways, greedy, I should say, not selfish. Then if you summon Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. So this does work, however, with Dark Magician, the Magician's Apprentice. Okay, I'm sorry, Dark Magician, Dark Magician, the Pharaoh's Servant, I meant to say. This does work with Dark Magician, the Pharaoh's Servant, because when he hits the field, he's not activating an effect, he becomes Dark Magician. So, what you can do is, with this card, you summon out Dark Magician, the Pharaoh's Servant. So this says, if you do summon a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, this card allows you to add one card that explicitly mentions the monster you summoned from your deck to your hand. Okay? So basically, you could search for any Dark Magician card. This is very, very powerful. There's a lot of things that you can do with this. The downside to this, I will say, and it's not even a downside, it's just more like a critique. And we've already seen instances where cards get better just by a new piece of support coming in the future. But what I noticed with this is it allows us, yeah, I really hope this card is real. I do too. I think it is. I think it is. I don't think they would post it if it wasn't real. That's just my my inkling. But what I really hope is, I hope we get better spells and traps to search. So unfortunately, adding another starter for the deck, basically this is a Magician's Rod that doesn't require a normal summon. Adding another, I mean, this is an amazing card, because not only does it give us a body, it also gives us Rod. So it's kind of like Magician Souls and Magician's Rod wrapped into a spell card. It gives us a body, which is good for link summoning, as well as it gives us a Dark Magician on the field, and it gives us Magician's Rod's effect to search, while still keeping our normal summon. So that is very good. Now the downside, if you want to call it that, is the fact that we still don't have very good spells and traps, you know? Like, yes, this is a good starter. Yes, this is a great card. Yes, this is a 3 of right now. But it is going to be even better in the future when we actually get legitimate Dark Magician support. So I want to give you guys a scenario. Imagine a world where we didn't get Gaze of Timaeus. Imagine we just had Circle. I know people are playing, what is it, Strength and Unity or whatever. We have Salvation, we have Eternal Soul, and we have Secrets of Dark Magic. No Gaze. What are we searching for? You know? What are we really searching for? I was hoping that we would get a spell or trap that really boosted our ability to consistently set up disruptions, some form of disruption. Because what this essentially does is, I guess I'm saying I wanted something that gives us more disruptions. Because realistically, the Dark Magician game plan, even post support, your ideal boss monsters, your ideal things that you're going into, Dragoon, obviously. Most people don't want to do this, but Dark Paladin and Magi Dragon. And maybe you're setting up the DM Triangle and the Harpy's Feather Duster effect or the Dark Magic Attack effect, I should say, of Pharaoh's Servant. Those are the 5 things you're setting up with this deck. There's nothing else. And realistically, you're not going to be setting up the DM Triangle. No one's doing that. And you're probably not going to set up Magi Dragon that often. I mean, yeah, you'll probably have, you know, Paladin and Goon or Magi Dragon and Goon, as well as the new Dark Magician card. But we need more. You need more than 3 disruptions, realistically. Even if they're very powerful disruptions, you need more than 3 disruptions. I was hoping we would get a spell or trap that moved our ceiling a little bit more, but I'll take this big consistency piece. And I do believe that this card is going to be even better, even though it's a 3 of immediately upon release, assuming that this is real. I still think it's going to be even better when we actually get a powerhouse of a spell or a trap, maybe a retrain of Circle, maybe a completely new thing that just gives Dark Magician a new avenue to explore. I want to do more, and this doesn't really give us the ability to do more, but it's something. It's a really good something. So I don't want to sound like I'm down in the card. I think it's a great card. I think it's going to be one of our best cards we've ever gotten just because it's such a big consistency piece, but it'll be better in the future. Similar to the Karibo card. I really think that Karibo card, I talked about it on stream the other day. I think that Karibo card can be a decent card in the future. Maybe if we get a Link monster or something, you know? Could be. So time will tell with this card. Not really. I take that back. Currently, this card is amazing, but time will tell if it becomes even more amazing. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the card, guys. Hope it's real.